Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about DC Comics. The only news I ever hear coming out of DC Comics, two things. One is who's going to get fired, okay, which books are going to get canceled, and who's sleeping with who.
Right, and how they identify.
How they identify.
Oh, and also, I'll add a third one. How much money they're losing because they're dropping down the chart because their books aren't selling.
Yeah, and I think all those things are related. They're all related. So we're going to talk about this. I'm not even shocked anymore.
I'd be more shocked if they didn't do this.
Right. So Connor Hawke, Green Arrow's son, is officially asexual in DC Pride 2022. That means he's not sleeping with anybody, I guess.
So why do we care?
Because headlines. Because we got to get headlines. Because if you go out there and you search for DC Comics, it's usually shit like this. DC Comics, are they going to have more layoffs because of the Warner Brothers Discovery merger? I mean, even Heidi McDonald is talking about it. They're like, what the hell's going on with DC Comics? And it's so weird because a year ago, more than a year ago, YouTubers were out there talking about the future of DC Comics, and they were called alt-right Nazis. Everything was fine at DC. You're a hater. We had Daniel Cherry III, activist, publisher of DC Comics, or executive, or whatever the hell his job position was. He was only there for like a year and a half, and he jumped ship.
After messing everything up.
After like a whole bunch of characters that there was never any indication whatsoever that these characters were LGBTQ. All of a sudden, they're all, we've got Tim Drake, who I don't believe it's canon, is now bisexual, and now he's got girly eyes and he looks very femme, and that was not how he was written. And we have Superman's son is dating a pink-haired Asian reporter boy, activist, Antifa type, and all these characters being changed. They're swapping out characters, they're putting in replacements, everything's going to hell. Most of the top creators at DC Comics are jumping ship for other companies or Substack deals or something.
Dogs and cats living together.
Yeah,
Mass
right.
Hysteria.
Right? Would that make them poly? I don't understand.
I don't know. But,
interspecies.
does anybody care?
Yes.
I mean, about what Green Arrow's, if Green Arrow's son doesn't want to sleep with anyone, does anybody actually care?
Remember when Jughead was asexual? It's like all Jughead wants to do is lick his hamburgers. What the hell?
Well, I changed that for the CW.
Oh, is Jughead getting some? I don't know. No, I think Jughead's asexual in that show too.
Oh, is
I'm
he?
not sure.
I thought you were going to tell me they changed for the... I don't watch it.
I don't know.
I was just like, the CW, they're going to change it.
Everybody's sleeping with everybody.
Now they call him Jughead for reasons.
Jugs in head. Anyway, we're gonna talk about this, and really we're gonna talk about the bigger issue with DC Comics, which is I think the doomsday clock is counting down until this company gets completely upended and completely gutted. And I think David Zaslav is going to take a good hard look at DC. We talked about that before, that there have been rumors that he's basically going to reset the company and try to get the comics in line with the movies and get some kind of a game plan, because he's looking at Marvel and he's like, Marvel's got its shit together. They really
Not
don't.
really.
They really don't. They did, and now they don't know what the hell they're
They're
doing.
trying to follow DC down the gutter.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. Meanwhile, manga's doing very, very
That's
well.
right. That's true. It is.
Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 263,000 subs. Thank you for the support. We do talk about comics. We talk about the situation with Warner Brothers Discovery. And this, I had a bunch of people send me a link to this. Oh my God, guys, Connor Hawke's asexual. Of course he is. Seriously, like, they could be like, hey, Wonder Woman's transitioning and also she's in a wheelchair and blind. And I'd be like, of course she is.
Right.
Because of course she is.
She's fat now. She's 300 pounds.
And she's fat. Oh my God, that's going to be the next big...
You wonder how she can walk.
Wonder Woman is stress eating, and she's packed on like 300 pounds, and then we have to have a training montage, or she's going to give the mantle of Wonder Woman to a boy named Jim. He can be Wonder Woman. Well, no, they actually had an issue of, I guess there was a boy dressed as Wonder Woman or something in the recent DC, I think it was the Pride issue. I'm like, I can't keep track of it. It's all just, it's
Black, Asian, and Jewish.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll read a little bit about this, and then we'll talk about the bigger issue with DC Comics. This is not going to help your sales. I don't know why they think doing this is going to help their sales. Hey guys, let's take characters and just make them whatever. Ace Comics nerds are about to get a well-deserved and long-awaited gift.
That's a gift? Okay.
Why couldn't they make a new character? I don't know. May 31st, just in time for Pride
Well,
Month.
hot damn. That's what this is all about.
That's what this is all
We're
about.
just gonna we'll gladly use your identity. We think we can make money from it and use it for promotional. We don't care otherwise. We're just gonna use your identity to make some money.
Yep.
Pride Month.
So DC
Slap
Pride.
a rainbow on it. Up the price. Am I wrong?
That's basically it. Yeah, right. That's anyway. DC Pride 2022 is a 100-page anthology featuring characters and creative teams, which is fine. That the problem people are having is they're taking existing characters and just to get fist bumps from the media, to get somebody talking about DC Comics in a more positive light. They're like, okay, who can we make gay this month?
But the thing is, it's like, okay, it's not about the creators. Like, I mean, because that's basically what you're saying is that you're gonna highlight the LGBTQ plus community as creators because they only can write characters at LGBTQ plus. How insulting to those creators.
Yeah, they have an essay from the Batman voice actor Kevin Conroy, who came out as gay in 2016. I did know that, and you know what? That did not change my opinion of his abilities in any way whatsoever.
And why does it matter?
Why does it matter? Because money.
I'm just saying, if it's good voice actor. That doesn't matter that who he sleeps with. Who cares?
There's another major event set to take place in this anthology. Connor Hawke, the son of Green Arrow, is finally coming out as asexual. Well, at least you don't have to worry about him getting any girls pregnant there. Ollie, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so he just, like, does it come out organically, or is it just like, you know, he's fighting a bad guy? It's like, by the way, I'm not attracted to you or anyone.
I know, right? I'm like, what does it matter?
I don't like sex. No.
Does anybody care though? Like, you're out there like, oh my God, there's, you know, so-and-so superhero. I have to know who they're sleeping with. You're just like, save me. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. You know, you're like, but only save me if you're the right type of person. You better have a rainbow flag somewhere on your body, or I don't want you to save me because I don't want to be accused of being phobic.
You don't want to be phobic. Nobody wants to be phobic. That's why people don't push back harder, because they conflate not accepting established characters being changed with hating on gay people, trans people, whatever. And it's like, no, there was no indication at all that Iceman was gay. There was no indication at all that Tim Drake liked boys. Nothing. It was all stunt. It was all done for a stunt. It was like, you know, back in the 90s, they used to kill characters off and replace them with another character until the sales bottomed out.
It's like insulting because it's like people's identities are now their stunt marketing.
It is. It's all.
And like it's really insulting. It's like when women back, like when women, it was all women. It was like, as a woman, you're just trying to use my gender to sell comic books, and you're doing it just because you're trying to pander and you're trying to like get publicity, and that's kind of insulting and shitty. But now you're doing it to other people too.
Back in my day, we actually created new characters.
Right.
Now they don't. They just take existing characters and, surprise, there's no indication in the 30 to 50 years that this character's been around that they like men, but now they do. Because sales.
Because of Pride Month. Slap a rainbow on it.
Slap a rainbow on it. Anyway, this is coming from ICV2. Is DC better off under Discovery? Here's what some people are saying. This is coming from Rob Salkowitz, who I think he wrote for, I want to say, The Hollywood Reporter. I don't know. He writes for a bunch of different publications. Variety sees brand consolidation. IGN thinks more DC streaming content and games are coming at a cost. Nerdist, who cares what Nerdist thinks? Nerdist is not going to be around much longer either. It's going to change. An already strong DC gets stronger. Bullshit. No. DC's not strong.
The Nerdist who was bought off and everybody knows is a joke.
The Nerdist whose numbers have been failing and who had a bunch of layoffs, yeah, it's not going well. So Heidi McDonald is finally starting to wake up a little bit to the reality of the comic book industry right now. She's been sort of, she used to rally against the big two and be like, yeah, manga's the future and graphic novels is the future. And then she sort of did an about face and she's like, things aren't as bad as those nasty YouTubers are saying. And now it's like, oh no, the reality is setting in.
But you know what is doing well for DC? Webtoons.
Webtoons is doing very well for DC. Yeah, it is. But yeah, they're basically, these comic book journalists are going to have to face facts that YouTubers were right, that DC and Marvel are both in bad
They'd rather cut their arms off than admit that.
Well, I'm sorry. It's the numbers are there, and I guarantee you DC is going to be in a decimated state by the time Zaslav gets done with it, because the comics aren't performing, and even if they were performing, they're probably not performing enough. I mean, they moved them out of their cushy office space into a shared workspace. That to me says this is a very temporary arrangement. Their top writers are jumping ship to go crowdfund or go to Substack or do something else. They're not sticking around. They don't see a long-term future. And the only way DC can make any money and get any buzz is just to out another character.
Right,
you know?
pretty much.
Pretty much. So, yeah, same thing YouTubers are talking about. Heidi McDonald, new owner David Zaslav, has already ominously pledged to cut costs by $3 billion. And Sarnoff got fired. All the things that those nasty, nasty YouTubers have been saying, they're saying them now too. Only now it's a little too late, because you're like 5 years late to the party.
They're like, I think that Jim Lee is untouchable at this point. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think he might be a figurehead, but
They'll eat him last.
They'll eat him last, yeah. Or they'll be like, we're going to move Jim Lee into he's like the chief creative officer, but we're going to let somebody else who has more of a head for business actually run the business. And we'll just, drag Jim Lee out. He'll be like the Stan Lee. We'll drag Jim Lee out to conventions and stuff and parade him around and...
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about people and how they hear a name that's the same as somebody else's name, and they think that they're somehow related to the same person. It's like, is that Stan's brother?
Yeah. Yes. Why, yes. Don't you see the resemblance? Yeah. Sure. And yeah, I mean, the reason they look different is because they were born like 70 years apart. That's because mom remarried. Anyway.
I do appreciate this next paragraph. Reportedly, attention has also been given to why there are no Superman movies in development when he's the studio's premier character and Henry Cavill is still swole as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no comment.
Sensible, rational questions. Despite comics doomsayers writing, the article doesn't really mention DC Comics proper, aside from the usual lip service to bringing all the verticals into better alignment.
Well, that would imply, if you're bringing all the verticals into a better alignment and they're focusing on movies and shows, that would imply that they're trying to align things with the movies version of the characters. That would imply alignment and changes in the comics.
Yeah.
Circles. That's what that would mean. That's exactly what that means.
And it's probably the same questions that Disney was probably asking Marvel. Like, how come when we have an Avengers movie coming out, you've swapped all the Avengers out for stand-ins? How come Spider-Man's so different? How come, all these characters are so different?
It's a hell of a lot more comics. The comic characters reflected the ones the majority of audiences, know, which is the movie versions.
If the curtains match the drapes,
yes,
you'd all be in a better place right now. But no, instead, let's just, out existing characters for a quick cash grab, because that's sustainable. That's sustainable. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted. Oh, she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like, I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
Better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him. Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. Can't run him carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap this effer up.
Yes.